Guys, so really quick before we get into the video, I just wanted to go over something really quick. The end result of this video, as far as making your controller wired, you'll only be able to use it like with this wire if you have the Play and Charge Microsoft rechargeable battery pack. That's this one, the completely solid one. These filled battery packs with rechargeable batteries like what I have in there right now, or alkaline batteries like this, will not work. So just a quick heads up. And you can still use the controller just as a normal battery controller if you just ignore the cable. Like if you were to just not plug in the cable, you could still just put normal batteries in one of these and use the controller. So just a quick heads up. So basically the purpose of this is if your Play and Charge kit breaks and you don't want to keep buying batteries, you can just plug that in and it'll power your controller. So anyway, let's get right into the video. Hey guys, Phil here. So my Play and Charge kit broke and I killed it. This is sort of what it is now, and it used to have this thing attached, like right there. And basically I used to play just with the Play and Charge kit and no battery pack because it would make the controller lighter. And so when this broke, what happened is it would just sort of stop charging, or in my case, like giving the controller any power randomly. And it made it really annoying to play because my controller would just turn off. So I ended up getting a new controller, a wired controller. But then I was thinking, is there a way to make this work sort of like a wired controller? So that's what I'm trying to do today. And I was gonna make this whole thing a tutorial, but I kind of got carried away and just chopped this thing off before I was able to, like, film it. But yeah, so basically what I'm planning to do, and I'm not going to film myself doing every step this time. I know I did in my trigger stop and hair trigger tutorials, but I don't know, I'm not going to film myself doing every little tiny thing. So basically I'm going to strip this down to about here, and you want to get the red and the black wires, because the red and the black wires are the power wires in a USB cable. So you want to get those two, and what I'm thinking I'm going to do is figure out a way to connect them to these two battery terminals here, the positive and the negative, and just sort of tape them on. So I'm just going to figure out how to do that and close the controller, and so that's basically what this is going to be about. And one thing that I'm just going to mention right now, you guys want to cut this as far away from this little thingy as you can, because these things, they're supposed to like reduce interference or whatever, and I'm not sure if you took this one off of this end, if you'd have to take this one down here at this other end off. And I'm not really sure if it would still work if you just like cut it off here. So just try to keep it as high up and keep this little length, this little length as long as you can. So I'm gonna strip these wires, and yeah, I'll start filming again soon. Okay, so I basically failed completely, and I was trying when I first cut the wire, I apparently cut the red one too, and I didn't realize it. So now I basically have no choice but to cut off this ferrite bead. So I'm gonna see if my idea still works after it's cut off. But yeah, just a little update before I cut it. So I'm just gonna cut this right here and do the same thing, strip the wires. So yeah. So I'm back. So I cut off this. I just completely cut it off, and now I have these two, the green and white. They're the data cables. We're not using those. So you can just ignore those, and then the black and the red, I just sort of stripped about like an inch, so we have some room to work with them. And make sure these are all like really fine little tiny cables. Make sure they all stay together so they don't just go pointing off in random directions. It just makes them a lot easier to work with. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to connect this, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I think I figured out a way to do this. So one idea I had was to take like the battery pack and just drill a hole in the bottom and like connect the cables to those two little things back there. But I don't really think that's the most efficient way to do that. I was looking at the controller a little more, and right here where you usually let me try to get this to focus. Alright, so right where you usually plug in the Play and Charge kit, it looks like if you cut away this little lip, you would still be able to connect a working Play and Charge kit, and you'll be able to sneak the wires in through here and get them all the way down to these two terminals here. So I'm gonna try cutting off this lip and seeing if it works. So like, it's not gonna damage any of the actual parts inside as far as like the play and charge kit goes, but it should give me enough space to sneak my wire in there. So I'm gonna just sort of cut this off, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back, and I'm stacking my phone on top of some things so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing while I'm working on it for this segment. So let's just put this here and hope it doesn't fall. Okay, so I cut a little hole out right there. Let's try to get this to focus real quick. Alright, see how like I cut that hole? And basically the other thing that I did is I stripped this wire a bit more so it's a little longer now. And the idea is I'm gonna put this inside this hole, and then close the controller like that. But see how right here I have the black and the red, and they reach. So I'm gonna tape them down to the base of the controller, like right there. I'll just put a piece of tape so they don't like fly everywhere, and then I'm gonna tape them to these terminals. So black I believe is negative, so it's gonna go at this minus terminal over on the left. Right here, and then the red one is positive, so that's just gonna go right there. And then we're gonna plug it in and see if this works. But I'm gonna tape it, and I'm using electrician's tape, and I think you probably, if you're doing this, you should use electrician's tape. But I'm kind of dubious as to whether or not it's actually necessary to use electrician's tape. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna keep talking even though you guys probably can't see what I'm doing, and my phone's shaking and shit's just going wild. But yeah, so let's see. Actually, no, I'm gonna stop this, tape them, and then come back in a sec. Okay. Okay, so what I've done so far is I taped. There's a lot of tape, I know, but I taped the black one to the minus terminal. You can see it says minus, like right. God, my finger is so big. Here, let me hold it down real quick. All right, so you see it says minus, like right there. There's like a little circle, and then it says plus right here, and it's sort of covered up by the tape, but just trust me, it says plus right there, so you guys will know. Red goes to plus, black goes to minus. And then I just sort of taped it down, so when I put the rest of the controller together, it's not gonna like just destroy everything. So these are taped down. This is all sort of taped just to keep it low. I taped the the green and white cable just down so everything's sort of staying low, and then the back of this is coming right through this hole. So I'm going to try to close up the controller and see what happens, and then I'm going to try to plug it in and use it. So yeah, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so I finally got this taped in, and basically what I have is just this going into the controller. So right where the play and charge kit usually goes in, it's that, and it's taped to these battery terminals. You can sort of see what's going on down there even when I close the controller, and it kind of bent the terminals a little because of the tape. And I'm gonna see if the battery thing fits right now. Let's test that out right now. So here's just a normal battery pack. Move this out of the way. Okay, so the battery pack will still fit on if you like playing with it on. So now I'm gonna plug it into the Xbox and see if anything actually happens. So here we go. Get this. Sorry, the phone's black. I just plugged it in to the Xbox. Try to turn it on. Oh my god! Oh my god! It turned on. Holy shit. Okay, that's great. How do I connect it? It's not connecting. Connect button. Connect. Oh right, there's a button on here. Sorry, I haven't like actually. Okay, there we go. Now it's doing the thing. Where it does the thing. Right? This is like spinning. I know maybe I have to hit that. Alright. This is searching. Searching. Okay. Well. This doesn't look quite right. Let's try it again. Actually, what I'm gonna try is plugging this the play and charge kit not into the Xbox, because it's possible the Xbox needs data. So I'm gonna just plug it into my iPhone charger. Right here, you can see iPhone charger. So I'm gonna plug the play and charge kit into that. Try to turn on the controller. Controller still turns on. It's not really connecting. Trying though. Alright. Fuck, man. So it looks like this is not gonna work. Just wasted a couple hours. Maybe I'll try something, but looks like this whole thing failed. Guys, so I did some thorough investigation, and I don't know why you're looking at a knife right now, but here's the controller, basically, and it doesn't quite work 100%. I'm gonna try to figure out if there's a way to get it to work with just the wire, you know, so there's nothing in the battery pack, and this will actually work. But as of right now, it's not connecting to anything, and I'm pretty sure what's happening is there's a voltage difference between the batteries and the USB, and the controller doesn't understand that, and it doesn't like that, and so it's just throwing a fit. But anyways, basically you can't use rechargeable AA batteries like in this pack, and you can't use normal AA batteries like these, you know, like just alkaline batteries. You can't use either of those. They'll both just give you this sort of blank double clicky thing, and it's kind of annoying. But what you can do, and if your play and charge kit breaks and you don't want to break the bank on batteries, if you use, where'd it go? Your play and charge kit, like the rechargeable battery pack, God, here it is, right here, you know, this one. If you plug this in, it does work. And, alright, come on. Yeah, see, so it does work if you plug that in. So that's the only thing I can really think of to do. So yeah, just try this out. If your play and charge kit breaks and you really need to use it somehow, this is what I would recommend doing. It doesn't look that bad, really. So, yeah, just I'll put up an update video if I find out a way to use it without the play and charge kit, but for now, that's just sort of the way it is. Thank you guys for watching.